Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're back at Heritage Mountain Bike Park in Slinger, Wisconsin. Slinger, Wisconsin is maybe 40 minutes away from downtown Milwaukee. Pretty sick local trails. Today, we're going to go check out a new jump trail. No, this isn't it. But the new jump trail is a double black diamond. It's called Gunslingers. Why don't you come with me and check it out?
In order to get to Gunslingers, you need to make it through Young Guns first, which is the perfect warm-up trail. It consists of tables and doubles. While I'm warming up, I like to say that this is my first season riding any bike park whatsoever, so take my comments with a grain of salt, because I in no way claim to be an expert. There are a few more videos on YouTube that do show these features that I'm about to hit. I encourage you to check those out. As you're wrapping up the double section on Young Guns, you'll see the entryway to Gunslingers on the right. You'll roll in off a gnarly bridge into a double that plays a little bit more like a hip in my opinion. The beeline consists of a table which sends you into a fun little transfer to spice things up. Sticking with the beeline, there's a ride around for the rainbow feature you can see on the left. Today, there's a little bit of mud at the base of the ride around that robbed you of any speed you could carry through the section. I stopped and watched a few others ride the rainbow feature in the wood gap to follow, and I noticed that if he had enough speed to carry it over the rainbow, he had enough speed to make it over the gap. So, I figured I'd give that a try. And to my surprise, this was the smoothest set of features I think I've ever ridden on my bike.
That wasn't bad at all.
Now, as I've said earlier, I'm still relatively new to this bike park stuff. I grew up spending a lot of time in a terrain park while snowboarding, so being in the air isn't something that phases me too much. So, with mountain biking, my philosophy, right or wrong, is just trust my abilities and not think, just do. Speaking with others at the bike park, they all said that each feature sets you up really well for the next. And after no contemplation at all, I decided to go for the rest of the features when this gentleman offered to tow me in. Now, I didn't catch his name, but if he is watching, thank you so much. You helped make my day that day. I ended up casing this first step up pretty bad first time around, and I had to pedal pretty hard to make it over the rainbow. I didn't know it at the time, but looking back, this is what doomed me for the last step up. If you thought that first case was bad, well, that was nothing.
Oh god.
I want to throw a huge shout out to the Dirt Ways build crew for making these step-ups caseable by spreading wood chips on the backside of all these landings. It seemed to be a pretty common theme that day when I was out because it was a pretty wet week. I know these trails can run much faster, so I expect that when they do run faster, all these will not be a problem. Remember when I said I don't think and just do? Yeah, well, here's what can happen when you do that.
Oh good. Oh. Well, I guess that's the first crash on this bike. Oh damn. It's a lot higher. That was from earlier. I guess that was from now. Might be where my head hit. Dang. Ouch. Let's take a look at it from the bottom. That's pretty big. Shit. So is all that.
Looking back at the footage, I landed a little too far left on the previous feature. This forced me to make a correction. Unfortunately, I made the correction on the takeoff. When I turned left, my bike started to lean right, and well, that just carried throughout the air. One thing that I've always done is whenever I have a fall or a crash when I'm doing something, I always got to get back up and do it again. And so, that's exactly what I did. And guess what? It ended up being the best run of the day for me by far. I wanted to take a minute to thank you for making it this far in the video. My goal is to give a rider's point of view so that when you do come and check these trails out, you already have some sort of familiarity. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, please do let me know. Again, thanks for watching.
Yes! Finally!